What's up everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video I'm working on a Mediterranean family home. This is going to be a pretty luxurious, large Mediterranean family home. It's on the lot across from the land grabs and it's a really big lot. It's a little bit of a luxurious area for wealthy families, I want to say. That's kind of what it's giving. I mean, they're living across from the land grabs, so I feel like that kind of makes sense as well. And I was really in the mood to build a large Mediterranean family home. So that's exactly what I did. And it actually did turn out to be pretty big. You can probably tell by the length of this speed build that it took me a hot second to actually finish this one. I remember I was working off of a reference photo that I found on Pinterest to start with, but I quickly let that one go because it wasn't really working out for me. It was a little bit too contemporary. I think my first idea for this one was to build a contemporary Mediterranean inspired modern home, mix and match those styles, but it just wasn't really working out. You can tell here that I was it was a lot of trial and error with the roof lines and shapes and boxes and bump outs, and it was just definitely a lot of trial and error with this one, but I figured it out in the end, especially when I let the inspiration photo go. It was so much easier for me to kind of look at the build and just kind of add boxes to the build as I was going, if that makes any sense. I'm not exactly sure, but I was just kind of freewheeling it for most of this house, and I think that actually worked out great. I think the house turned out pretty cool. It did turn out really big, and yeah, I don't know. I just think it turned out very luxurious and cool. I was really trying to create some curb appeal as well. I was using platforms, as you can see. I was trying to create a driveway kind of thing. It's not really a driveway. I didn't park a car or anything, but I still wanted there to be a grand kind of driveway-ish to leading up to the front door, and I wanted there to be a cool area to hang out front. But of course we also have a nice backyard with a swimming pool, and just in general the vibe for this house was luxury, luxury Mediterranean in the desert. That's what I was going for. I actually started to build this house a long time ago. I think it was over a month at this point. I want to say it was a little bit maybe it was halfway through May that I started this build. And this is one of those builds that I did by myself. Usually I do my builds over on stream for the most part, and then I turn that footage into a speed build. For this one, this was a project where I just sat down and did some building by myself. So whenever I had the time to sit down and work on this a little bit, I would. But it turned out that I didn't have a lot of time to sit down and work on this. I did have some time, but it was usually shorter sittings, and I would have to sit down and record for a little bit, and then a little bit, a few days later, I would have some time again and I would record some more, and it basically just took me a long time to finish this build, but I'm so glad that it's done now. Also, at some point I got a little bit distracted because the new kits came out, the Bistro kit and the Riviera Retreat kit. So I actually did end up swapping out some items and using some Riviera Retreat kit items for this build as well, because obviously that kit was perfect. I did not know that that was coming out when I started building this. I don't think. Maybe we had a leak already, but I think it was a little bit too early for that. I'm not exactly remembering, but yeah, this build turned out to be perfect to be to use some of the Riviera Retreat items. So I definitely did that for the most part in the backyard. I also used this house. I used the backyard of this house to create a reel when the Riviera Retreat kit came out. This is not interesting at all, but I posted a reel over on Instagram when that kit came out. And I used this backyard for it because it was just perfect with the swimming pool and the grass that I have going on, and I don't know, it was just the perfect vibe to check it out. So that's what I did, and of course I left that stuff in. So you'll see, it's not actually in this video, but you'll see once we of course tour the place as well that I placed some rocks and waterfalls and stuff around the pool for that Riviera Retreat sort of look and feel, and I just think it goes super nicely with this house. Now, for the wallpaper for the exterior, I was definitely struggling a little bit, but I settled on this combination of wallpapers. I think they're both from the Fitness Stuff Pack, which is very random, but I really, really liked these wallpapers together. I know for a fact that the brick that I'm using is from the Fitness kit. The other one, like the plaster kind of wallpaper that I'm using, I think is from the Fitness Pack as well, but I'm not actually sure. That might be like Eco Lifestyle or something. I think it's Fitness though. And as you can see, I tried to create some contrast using a darker brown or like reddish almost brick on the exterior, mixed with that beigey tan color for the plaster, and I think that that looks really good. It took me a second to figure out the color for the details, like the columns and the trims and stuff like that. I settled on a dark brown, like a deep, rich brown wood tone, and I think that really elevates the build, and I just think it looks really good with the darker details as opposed to lighter details for like door frames and windows and trims and stuff like that. I just think it looks very luxurious and expensive, and that's exactly what I was going for, and it just turned out to be a really large house. And I don't know, it's been a minute since I've done like a large family home. I've done larger builds over the past few months, but usually they're multi-lot or multi-house lots. Oh my God, what is the term for that? Multi-unit lots. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of those, and it's definitely been a minute since I've done a large family house like this one. So I was actually very excited to sit down and do that again, and I'm really happy with how this one came together. Even though it was a little bit of a struggle, I'm still very happy with how it came out. There's definitely some noises going on outside. I'm not sure what that is, but people have been pretty noisy. It's finally nice weather here. This is completely off topic, but it's finally nice weather here, so it makes sense that people are outside and enjoying the sun. I live in the Netherlands, and the entire month of June has basically been autumn. I am not even exaggerating. It's been cold, it's been raining, it's been so bad. And finally today it's sunny and it's over 20 degrees Celsius out, and it's just kind of crazy, and I feel like a lot of people are enjoying that, and so it's a little bit noisy outside, but that's just what it is, and I think that that's okay. We're just gonna have to make do. But yeah, here you can see I am still just working on the exterior of the build, and I'm playing around with some ivy. I'm not actually sure if I kept these vines that I was putting up just now, like the flowers. I'm not sure if I kept those. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I did. I don't know. Like I said, it's been a minute since I've built this house. I did finish it only yesterday. So the interior is still like pretty recent and like fresh in my memory, but the exterior, it's been a hot minute, but I'm really liking how this one came out. I remember I struggled a lot with the layout for the backyard. You can see that we have a lot of platforms going on. We have a large pathway over on this side. We have a pool. We have an extended like terrace area. And it just definitely took me a hot second to figure out the layout for all of that. But I think it turned out pretty cool. And it definitely took me a while to furnish this large of a space, but I think I did well. I did try to tone it down with the clutter and stuff like that a little bit. Because it is such a big house, I definitely still, like I said, I wanted it to look luxurious and lived in and just pretty. But as far as clutter goes, I tried to tone it down a little bit. That was my cat's food. This voiceover is already so chaotic. I'm so sorry, but that's just what it's gonna be. My cat needs to eat, and that was her dispenser. But yeah, I tried to tone it down with the clutter to also make the lot not too overwhelming to play in and just have stuff and little knickknacks literally everywhere, you know? I've been really enjoying like watching my clutter lately, like trying to not do too much of it. I've been really enjoying that for some reason, the cleaner look. I'm still me. You'll still find clutter in my builds, and that's okay. But yeah, I've been trying to tone it down a little bit. And what I also did for this lot, as you can see, I was using a lot of grass for terrain paint in the front and also in the back to kind of make it go hand in hand and kind of almost seamless with the area around this lot. There's definitely some grass going on, and I thought it'd be fun to kind of continue that on this lot in the front of this house to create that little curb appeal moment, and I just overall think it turned out really fun. And then as far as the household living in this house. I didn't really have a set storyline, but you can very easily fit a multi-generation family in here because we have tons of bedrooms and also tons of bathrooms. I have to think about this for a second. We have one bedroom downstairs, so that could easily be a guest bedroom or it could be for grandparents. Then upstairs, we have a room for the parents. We have a room for a teenager. We have a room for kids, a shared kids bedroom, so that's 2 kids. And then we also have a room for an older sibling who's away at college, is what I was thinking. That's kind of the story that I tried to tell in their bedroom. So that's 7, or I guess 8 Sims total if you're playing with 2 grandparents and 2 parents in the house. I think that would be 8. And so that would be a full household. So you could definitely go for it and play with 8 Sims in this house, have a multiple generation family or household going on. I think that would be really fun. Whenever I build large houses like this, I do want to try to fit in as many bedrooms as possible. So it would also make sense to have a big house like this. You can also, of course, just live with 2 or 3 Sims in a large house like this, but I always, in my brain, when I build a larger house, it just is so perfect for family gameplay. You can have your family dinners or parties or, stuff like that going on in this house. Just your cozy, wholesome family gameplay or chaotic family gameplay, if you will. I think houses like this are perfect for that, so that's kind of what I was trying to go for. And I'm really happy with how it came together, like I said. But yeah, for this storyline or for this household, I didn't really have a set, super detailed storyline other than the oldest sibling is away at college. And I tried to tell that story in their bedroom. I put some boxes up in there. They're kind of packing up the room. It's not as cluttered anymore. There aren't as many posters on the wall. There's just not really as many decorations. But I was definitely thinking that the person or that Sim who is away at college still comes home and spends time with their families, maybe or their family over the weekend or over summer break, spring break, stuff like that, or the holidays, like for Christmas, of course. So they're definitely here and they still sleep in their bedroom, but they don't really live here anymore, if that makes sense. That's what I was going for. Then we have, of course, a teenager who I was thinking is very much into fashion and makeup. It's not overly represented in their bedroom, but that's kind of the personality that I was thinking of as I was furnishing the room. Then we have 2 kids sharing a bedroom upstairs. I was thinking they could be twins. They don't have to be twins, but in my mind, I've talked about this before, but in my mind, whenever I do a shared kids bedroom, in my brain, they're always twins. 100% of the time, they're always twins, because I think it would just be so cute to have twins who are inseparable besties sharing a bedroom together. I think in my brain, that's just so cozy and cute. So yeah, that's what I was going for. And then of course we have 2 parents who I didn't really have a storyline for at all, other than they probably have some really good jobs, because I feel like these people would be very wealthy. And then of course we have the grandparents. I didn't really have a set storyline for those or for those Sims either. But again, they're from a wealthy family. Like they definitely have some money going on here. So I would think that they would have good jobs. The grandparents are probably retired. Maybe they used to have their own business, or maybe they have some sort of a family business, some sort of a, I don't know, family law firm, something like that. I could totally see that. So yeah, that's something that I was thinking of for this family. But we are almost done with the exterior, I believe. Of course, we're going back to do the backyard, but we're also going to start on the interior now, I believe. And I did skip over me picking and choosing the wallpapers and floorings, because it definitely took me a little bit. But I went for tile floors because I just thought that would be perfect for a Mediterranean home. My sister lives in Spain, and whenever I go to visit her, all the places we go to, all the houses we visit, they always have terracotta or just like stone on the floor. And I think that would be so pretty for a house like this. So that's why I went for it. I just picked this base game recolor that was added not that long ago into the game, and I really like this recolor of this particular stone, so I went for it. I really like the orangey terracotta color. I think it's so pretty. And also, this is by no means a limited pack build. I use a lot of packs So I'm so sorry about that, but I was just kind of having so much fun with this build. I didn't really want to restrict myself in any way, so I basically just went for it. And as we are continuing with this interior, you'll also see at some point that I swapped out the wallpaper on the interior. I used the Riviera Retreat stone wallpaper. You'll see that at some point. It's a small difference, but it's a noticeable difference. And then in the kitchen, I also used a tile wallpaper as a backsplash, and I used that same tile for both the floor and the wallpaper, I think for all the bathrooms as well. So I went back to switch that out because the tiles coming with the Riviera Retreat kit were just too perfect. And then speaking of packs, by the way, I think we have a very exciting week ahead of us as far as announcements go. You may or may not have seen the complete, full, entire leak for the upcoming Sims 4 expansion pack. At this point, of course, we're still not sure, but it was completely leaked and I feel like it's real. So the Sims 4 Love Struck expansion pack is coming out. If you haven't heard or read about this, I mean, I feel like we all have at this point. I'm so excited about it. Supposedly it's going to be a expansion pack that's going to be all about love, about dating. We're going to get online dating. We're going to get a new world that's Mexico City inspired from what I've read. So I'm actually very, very excited about that. And yeah. From the leaked information, it says that you can pre-order it starting December. No, June 27th, which is this upcoming Thursday, which means that we're probably getting a trailer this upcoming Thursday. That would make sense, right? Or Tuesday. But for expansion packs, I think they usually do teasers and then trailers. So I'm thinking that maybe we're getting a teaser on Tuesday, a teaser for the trailer, and then we're getting a trailer on Thursday. Since you will be able to pre-order this, from what we know, from the information that has leaked, that you'll be able to pre-order this as of June 27th, which is Thursday, like I said. So if we're following that timeline, we're getting a trailer next week, and that's very exciting. I literally can't wait. Let me know if you have read or seen any content or just like read the leaks on the internet elsewhere. What do you think about this pack? Are you excited about it? I personally am incredibly excited about it because we're getting online dating. And a lot of people, including myself, have been wanting to get that in The Sims for such a long time. It's going to be such a fun addition to the game. It's just going to bring dating to the next level. And usually when it comes to dating in The Sims 4 for my personal gameplay, I don't really have my Sims date that many other Sims. Usually I'll find one Sim that I think is cute and then I'll start dating and then they'll end up together and then that's it. That's it for forever. Maybe they'll get divorced or maybe, I don't know, whatever happens, but I'm not really in that dating phase with my Sims for that long. But with the addition of an online dating, like a dating app, I think it's going to be so much fun to date multiple different Sims, go on different dates. I don't know. I'm just very excited to see how this is going to play out. Of course, I'm also extremely excited for a new world and for new build buy items. The information said that it was going to be Mexico City inspired, and I'm just very excited about that. I think it's something new and something that we don't really have yet, and I'm just super excited to see. I'm not super familiar with Mexico City myself. I've never been. I've never been there. I've never actually I'm just not super familiar with it. So I'm excited to learn more about it and to explore the new world that's coming. And we're also getting the heart bed from what we've seen. The art for the the box art for the expansion pack also leaked, and that showed the heart bed, the famous Sims 1 heart bed. So we're finally getting that one. Of course, we had a broken version of that came with the basement kit, I want to say. Yeah, it was the basement kit, which is actually one of my favorite kits of all time. I love that one. But yeah, that one came with a broken version of the hard bed, and that was such a tease. And I'm glad that we're getting a full version in the new expansion pack, supposedly, from what we know from the leaks. But I feel like at this point, we all know those leaks are just, they're real, you know, and that's the stuff that we're gonna get. So I personally am very excited about that. So let me know, are you excited about this new expansion pack? I will probably be doing a trailer reaction to it as well. If the trailer is coming out on Thursday, then that would be ideal. But I think that we're gonna hear more about that on Tuesday, which is in a couple days. So we'll see. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do a trailer reaction to it as well. And then I'm just super excited to see what's coming. But yeah, let me know. And speaking of packs, by the way, shameless plug, as you can see under my face cam here somewhere, I do have my creator code still up. So if you are thinking of purchasing any The Sims 4 DLC, or maybe if you're thinking about purchasing the new pack that's coming out, pre-ordering it, I do have my creator code still available that you can use, which is Simmary Sims. This code is not a discount code, but you can use it at checkout when you purchase any The Sims 4 DLC on the EA app or on thesims.com. And it is a way to support me as a creator. Basically what it means when you use that creator code is that a portion of your purchase goes to me as a creator instead of to EA. So it essentially helps me and it supports my content and me as a creator. So that's something you could consider if you want to, of course. But yeah, you could use my creator code SimmerySims at checkout. Thank you so much to EA for sponsoring that portion of the video. But I'm completely talking over this entire interior for this house, which I feel like is okay because it is a big house. We have a lot of rooms to cover, but here you can see we're starting on the kitchen, and I haven't used these for rent counters in so long. I thought they would be really good for this house because I feel like they would really fit the style, and I just really love the wood colors. The only thing I wasn't too stoked about is the overhead cabinets, the matching ones to these countertops for this build. Since we're using so many of them, it feels a little bit repetitive, especially since the taller cabinets come with open shelves. You can see those books, like it feels a little bit repetitive in a way, but I also at the same time feel like it's okay. We're just gonna have to pretend that it's not exactly the same and that the clutter is slightly different and that not all the books are exactly the same. So we're just gonna have to kind of pretend, but it's not really bothering me too much for some reason. I had this really cute area here that I turned into a small coffee bar. I think that turned out so cool. And then I actually came across this bar that I placed that was that filled up the space nicely because it fit there perfectly, like against the wall. It was just actually, it was perfect. And that bar is from Spa Day, I want to say. Maybe I'm lying. I think it's Spa Day, but I'm not exactly sure now that I'm looking at it. But it's not the perfect match, but at the same time, it kind of is. You could almost think that this bar is the matching one to this set of counters, which it's not, but it kind of goes perfectly with it. So I was very excited about that. And I was a little bit worried about how to fill up this kitchen because it is so big. We do have this large island, but I didn't really want to do another row of counters across that wall where I have the bar. So I was very excited that I came across that bar and that I was able to place that down and fill up the space that way. So I think that that looks really, really cool. Of course, the bar is up against the wall, so I didn't put any bar stools there, but you can still make drinks and like pour drinks. You just won't have any Sims sitting on the other side of the bar, if that makes sense, of course, because it's against the wall. But I still think it's cute and it works this way, so that's cool. And I also combined this, it's still a modern house, which I was kind of losing track of as I was furnishing this house, because we definitely have some more or less modern elements going on in this house as well. When it comes to the furniture, we have some more rustic, traditional looking items going on as well. But I still wanted to keep that modern vibe going as well, so I chose some more modern appliances in the kitchen. The fridge and the sink and also the stove, I believe, are all from the Home Chef Hustle kit or pack, stuff pack. Yeah, that was a stuff pack, that one. And that's a little bit more on the modern side of things. So I was kind of trying to make it look like Maybe this was an old house that was just completely stripped and renovated and turned into a more modern house, but you can definitely see that we have some older, more rustic elements going on in certain places as well. So that's kind of the look and feel that I was trying to go for. Over here we have a laundry space. For the longest time, I thought I wanted to turn this into a small office, but because this house is so big, I just thought that this was a really sad small space for an office. And I also already put like a corner desk thing in the living room, so I thought another dedicated office room would be a little bit too much. So I decided to turn this into a laundry space instead, and I think it's really cute. There's a sliding door that opens onto the front porch, and we have some laundry machines and some dressers, and I just think that that turned out really, really cute. So that's what I did. Over here we have the bathroom. Now I'm confused. I thought I had swapped out the tiles for the bathrooms for the Riviera Retreat tiles, but looking at it, I'm not actually sure. Maybe I considered it and then I didn't actually end up doing that. But yeah, here we have a small bathroom that's basically across from the laundry space. So that is a small bathroom, and we have another larger bathroom in the entryway of the house as well. So we have two bathrooms downstairs. And then this is the first bedroom that we're decorating, which is the downstairs bedroom, which I was thinking could be for the grandparents, or it could be an extra bedroom. So that's kind of what I was thinking. This room doesn't have an ensuite, but we do have like a nice hallway kind of thing almost that has a door leading to a cute front porch. So it definitely is a cute little area of the house. And they do have a couple of bathrooms very close by, so I feel like that's okay. Upstairs, of course, we have the parents' room. The parents do have an ensuite. The teenager is very lucky. The teenager has an ensuite as well. The kids don't have an ensuite, and then the other sim that's away at college, so basically the young adults bedroom, they also do not have an ensuite. So yeah, there's a couple of ensuites upstairs, and I feel like the teenager is very lucky in that sense. I would love to have an ensuite. As a teenager, I would have loved that, and I still want one, don't get me wrong, but like as a teenager, it was kind of my dream. I would watch all these American shows and movies, and for a lot of those movies, a lot of teenagers would always have either a Jack and Jill or just like their own ensuite bathroom, and I was always so jealous. And in my brain, that was the norm. Like in my brain, that's just normal in the US. Let me know if you're from the United States and if ensuites are common. I mean, I feel like they are common, and I feel like they're way less common here than they are in the US, but in my brain, having an ensuite was just a dream for some reason. I don't know why. It still is though, you know, but as a teenager, that was just like the best. Like I really wanted that so badly. In the meantime, we have moved on to the second floor here. As you can see, we have this beautiful open staircase. You can kind of look down into the hallway. I loved that open staircase moment for a big house like this. We have a really spacious landing here. We have a lot of rooms. The upstairs floor plan took me a hot second. I mean, the floor plan for this entire house took me a long time. I usually always cut out that footage because it literally sometimes takes me multiple hours to figure out what to do with the floor plan. And it was the same for this house since it is so big. I struggle with floor plans for big houses usually, like large houses like this. I don't know, it takes me forever. I'm very happy with how it came out, don't get me wrong, but it just took a while for it to get here. But yeah, here on the landing, we have this beautiful gym moment that has these sliding doors, or not sliding doors, they're the bifold doors, onto a large balcony, which I thought was so perfect because then I could kind of extend the gym by placing a gym or like a yoga mat on the balcony. I thought that was really cool. This gym is not huge, but I still had the space for a couple of machines. We have the weightlifting machine, we have the treadmill, and then we have the boxing punching bag. Is that what you call it? I'm not exactly sure. I put that one there, and then like I said, later on I'll decorate the balcony, and I put a yoga mat out there as well. So I think that that is really fun. And then the first bedroom upstairs that we're furnishing is the one for the children. As you can see, I was going for a yellow and blue color scheme in here, and I use these beds. I think these beds are from Horse Ranch, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I think they're from Horse Ranch. And I think they're absolutely adorable. That yellow and blue bedding is so cute. So I was very excited about using that. And then I just, this room is very big. So the kids are very lucky in that sense. They have a really nice room, and I definitely have the space to put in some bookcases and a nice desk. And a bunch of toys, of course, as well. They have a couple of dressers. I just put 2 dressers together because it filled up the space nicely, and I just really like combining dressers together for some reason, especially those. Those ones are from the kids' room stuff pack, I think it's called. And they just really match nicely. I mean, they're exactly the same, but I mean, like when you merge them together, it just works really well. So that's what I did for this room as well. And then I definitely put some toys around in the room. I tried to leave enough space for the kids to play. You can swap out some toys. You could maybe even add some more toys if you wanted to. There's definitely space for it. But I just, like I said, I didn't really want to clutter up the space too much. So I tried to be mindful of that and leave enough space for routing and not have this house be too overwhelming. So yeah, that's essentially what I was going for. And then here we have the parents' room. The parents' room is definitely smaller than the kids' room, but I feel like that's okay because the kids in The Sims definitely need a lot of room. I mean, kids in real life too, I guess. Because they do have a lot of toys, and toys just take up a lot of space. So I thought it would be nice to give the shared, like the bigger room to the 2 kids that need to share it. And then the parents can just have this wholesome room. It is really nice though. They have an archway leading into sort of like a walk-in closet area, but that area also has a door leading onto a huge balcony out front, which I think is so nice. And then they also have an ensuite. So this is definitely a very luxurious wing of the house, I want to say, even though the bedroom is a tad smaller than a couple of the other ones. But I think it's still really, really nice. As you can see, I was going for some brown tones, a lot of darker brown colors, and then I really like that almost gold leaning color of the bedding that I use. That bed is from Seasons, and I just think it's so gorgeous. I used it downstairs as well. And then over here we have the teens room that I think turned out really fun. I think this is my favorite room. Teenagers' bedrooms always turn out to be my favorites, especially when I'm not limiting myself when it comes to packs, because we have a lot of items these days, mostly from the high school years stuff pack, I can't lie. But we have a lot of stuff these days to really turn these teenager bedrooms into such cute and personalized spaces. So that's definitely what I did for this one too. For example, I adore this yellow dresser with the stickers on it. How cute and detailed is that? And immediately it just adds so much personality to the space. And I just think it's so cute. So I cluttered it up. I put this shelf above it where I hung some clothes. And this is kind of where I was thinking, okay, maybe this teenager is into fashion, accessories, makeup. I also put some workout gear next to the dresser. Maybe they're the sim that's into yoga. And I thought that would be really cute. And also I love the swatch of the bedding for the bed that I'm using. It's so gorgeous. I love the print, and I was embracing the yellow here, even though that wasn't really what I was thinking of first. That is an incredibly loud motorcycle outside. Can we chill out? Thank you. That's not really my go-to color that I was thinking of for this color scheme in this room, but it just happened because of the dresser and because of the bedding. And then I had a lot of fun using this more older looking furniture in this room with when it comes to the desk and then the little matching shelving unit next to it. I thought that was really cute. I was thinking maybe in this room they're using some older hand-me-down furniture that they still have in the family. I'm still thinking that it could be very expensive furniture, but I'm thinking that it has been in the family for a super long time, and it's just furniture that they have, and that was the furniture that would go in the teens' room and what they happen to be using. I think that would make sense. And then I also added in this dresser. Like I said, High School Years just has such adorable furniture pieces for teens' rooms, especially because they're so personalized with stickers and little details. So I had a lot of fun with that, and this is my absolute favorite rug from this pack, but I think it's one of my all-time favorite rugs in the game. The beautiful flowery pattern is just so gorgeous, and the darker colors really tones it down in here as well, so I thought that was cute. And the teenager has this walk-in closet hallway area leading into their own ensuite, so that's really, really nice, and I would love to have a room like that. I didn't furnish all the bathrooms on camera. I only furnished one bathroom downstairs on camera, but I'll show you the other ones, of course, as soon as we do a little tour of the place at the end of the video. And then we're moving on to the oldest sibling's bedroom. This is the sibling that is away at college, and I was thinking for some reason it's a big brother. I don't know why. It could also be a girl. Like, it really doesn't matter. But for some reason I was thinking big brother is used to live in this room, and now they're away at college and they're back from time to time for the holidays, but they're kind of moving on. They don't really live in this house anymore. That's kind of what this room was giving for some reason. So that's what I was going for. You can see that I did put some university related clutter in the room to kind of represent like the fact that this is a person that's away for college. Maybe they are at home at the moment, which is why there is some homework and some books lying around. Maybe they're home for the summer, like something like that. But here is their desk. You can see that they still have some posters on the wall that they put up when they were a teenager. But for the rest, there's just some boxes and stuff, and they're basically kind of packing up this room. And here I actually played around with these throw pillows. These throw pillows are new to the game. They are one of those event unlockable items, like reward items, like login reward items. I'm completely spacing out on the right term, but that little throw pillow is essentially a base game item. If you have it unlocked, then you have it in your game, and I thought it was perfect for this couch to kind of hide the pillows that are on this couch by default that didn't really match the vibe of the room, like the color scheme. So I thought that was perfect. I absolutely love those throw pillows. I'm not very hyped about the fact that we have unlockable content in the game. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I don't think I really like it. However, I will say I love that pillow, and I love me some throw pillows in this game, so I'm very happy to have them, and I hope you have them too. I think there's still time to unlock them. I'm not sure, but I think you can. Then over here we have this this balcony that is off of the gym, where I placed a yoga mat, like I said, and also some loungers. And then this is a huge balcony off of the parents' room. I'm not sure why they have this huge balcony that's just for them. I mean, it's not just for them. Anyone can use it, of course, but it is off of their bedroom. So yeah, it's essentially their private little balcony, if you will. And I wasn't sure what to put up here because it is such a large space, but I just went for your classic lounge area with a couple of love seats, and then I just did a table, like a 4-seater table. I was thinking of putting some loungers in, but I didn't really like how that looked, and I think I ended up putting another yoga mat here, but I'm not sure if I did that. Yes, I did. Okay, yeah, so we put another yoga mat out front as well. And then we're moving on to the backyard, where we have this this patio situation, and then we also have a extended terrace. And yeah, I just think this is really cool. I, of course, wanted to go for a nice outdoor kitchen moment with a bar and a grill. So that's what I did. I'm using this furniture set from, I think it's the Perfect Patio stuff pack, the one that came with the hot tubs. So I'm using the counter set from that pack, and then I'm using the matching grill that I think is just so perfect. And then I wanted, of course, I wanted to have a large family dining table out here because this is Oasis Springs, and I feel like they would like spend a lot of their time outside. They would have a lot of family dinners out here as well. So I placed a 6-seater dining table. I thought I did an 8-seater, but I didn't. I did a 6-seater one. But still, you can have like nice family dinners out here. And then of course I had to put a lot of plants, and I wanted to make it look very lush. The landscaping in general is pretty lush here, even though we're in the desert. It's just something I like to do. I like that sense of contrast, like lush landscaping in the desert. It doesn't make the most sense, but I just really like how it looks, and they probably just have someone that's taking care of their garden, you know what I mean? Like, they definitely have someone for that. And then out here we have a little grass area where I placed some loungers by the pool. I also placed the monkey bars for the children to play with, and we have the pool. As you can see, at this point I have placed like rocks and waterfalls and stuff around the pool. And then over on this side, I put in an extra seating area because it was looking a little bit empty, so I thought that would be cute. But that's essentially it for this build, so let's jump in the game and I'll show you the house in real time. So here we have the house in the game. I think it definitely has some curb appeal going on. It looks very luxurious and modern, at the same time still very cozy and inviting, I want to say. There's a lot of outdoor living space as well, which I think makes sense in this world. Around the back here, of course, we have the backyard. So under here is the back porch where we have the outdoor kitchen, a dining area, and then down here we have the pool. Look at those gorgeous waterfalls. I think they're such cool items. There's some more waterfalls going on here on this side. I feel like that's so dreamy. We have some palm trees basically in the pond on this little island area here. There's a few loungers here, a play area for the kids, and then this hidden area where you can hang out and enjoy the backyard as well. And then over here is a small staircase that basically leads you back onto the front porch, where we also have some hangout spots going on. There's also a dining table here, so lots of areas for your Sims to hang out. Of course, over here off of the guest room or grandparents' room, there's another area. I put a sneaky chess table there. And then over here is the front door. So you walk through these archways into this kind of like outdoor hallway space. That's what I was going for, at least. And then we have the front door in here. So you enter into this large hallway space where I just put some dressers and some other knickknacks to kind of fill the space, essentially. Off of the entryway space here is a large bathroom. This one's really nice. It's really big. I'm not used to doing big bathrooms, but I think this one turned out pretty. We have a double sink. There is a tub, a shower, and of course a toilet. Through this archway, you enter into the open living and dining space. As you can see, it's not too cluttered. There's definitely enough space for routing. So in the middle of the space, we have this dining table. You could add a couple more chairs if you have a larger family living here. That's definitely possible. In this corner here is a small desk setup. I thought this was cute. I just combined two dining tables and I merged these drawers kind of with it. I thought that was a cute little area here. And then over here is the living room space. I thought these couches were absolutely perfect. I haven't used these couches in so long, but they're the perfect vibe for this house. And then I used this rug for a little touch of color. And then of course we have these bifold doors leading you to the backyard. This door leads you into the guest room or the grandparents' room, whatever you want to use it for. It's very basic, but it still feels very luxurious. They have these dressers here, and then they have this, basically this hallway moment leading you to the to this little porch out here. Over here is a small hallway that on one end has this bathroom that is very simple. It's my classic go-to bathroom layout. And on the other side, it has the laundry room, a nice and spacious laundry room. I know laundry is a little bit annoying when it comes to gameplay, but this house was too big to not include a laundry space, so I did it anyway. Here we have the kitchen. I'm really excited about this. I love this backsplash. These tiles from the Riviera Retreat kit are just so pretty, and these counters work really nicely in here, I want to say. There's a cute coffee bar over here, and then of course we have this beautiful large island going on, and then there is a bar here where all the wine and nectar and juice is stored. Going upstairs, we have this gorgeous spacious landing. I'm never really sure what to do with landing areas, so I just cluttered it up with a bunch of random furniture items. We have a dresser and some bookcases and stuff, but it is a nice spacious area. This of course is the family gym. We have all the equipment in here. Everything you could possibly want in your home gym, you can find it here. And then afterwards you can do some stretching or some yoga, and you can do some relaxing on these loungers here. On this end, we have the bedroom for the big brother in my brain, the sim that's away at college. So this room is definitely a little bit more on the empty side of things. You can see that it's been emptied out. There's definitely some basic furniture in here still, but it's missing a little bit of personality because this sim has moved away. The bedroom over on this side is not lacking personality. This is for the teenager that is still living at home, and this is definitely the most cluttered room. There's their desk setup and just some storage over here, a bunch of posters and pictures, a dresser, their bed of course on this side, a little nightstand, and just a little bit of a mess in this corner. And then they have this hallway where they have have a walk-in closet leading into the bathroom. How nice is their ensuite? It's so nice. Imagine having this all to yourself as a teenager. That's literally the dream. Across from the teenager's room is the kids' bedroom. This is the shared space for the twins. Loving their beds. It's just such a cute swatch. I really like it. They have their dressers here, an area to play on the floor. There is an activity table here, and then of course a desk and some bookcases. Over here is a small hall bathroom for the kids to use. Very simple, but still really nice. And then on this side is the parents' room. Very chic looking. That's what I was going for, at least. I'm loving this pop of color in the bedding, but then also all the brown tones. It's just a very spacious room. They have an ensuite over here. Again, just my classic bathroom layout. But then they also have this walk-in wardrobe moment, and then there's a door onto this huge balcony over here, which, I mean, that's pretty nice to have that off of your bedroom, I want to say. But that is basically it for this house. So this Mediterranean family home is up on the gallery. It is very expensive, which makes sense because it is a very luxurious and big house. It comes in at just under 225,000 simoleons. It has 5 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms, and I built it on the 40 by 30 lot across from the land grabs in Oasis Springs. So if you want to place it in your game, then that is where it goes. But that's going to do it for today's video. So I really hope that you enjoyed this one. You can obviously go ahead and download this build off the gallery. Like I just showed you, my username on the gallery is Simmary Sims. You can follow me on Instagram and on TikTok if you'd like. My username on there is Simmary Sims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so. And if you'd like to get notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. I also live stream over on Twitch a few times a week, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and give me a follow over on twitch.tv/Simmary Sims. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!